Hey, what's up, Rumble? What's up, YouTube? It's the Infidel, and I'm back with more BO6 news. Hey, look, the patch notes just got put out. We are now officially in Season 2. I was going to wait about a week to kind of put this video together, but yeah, I ran into some things where maybe the patches need to be patched. I don't know. So here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and go through the patch notes here real quick, and then highlight some of the things that I noticed, and then I'll show evidence of what is wrong and what really didn't get addressed or fixed. All right, so here we go. Here's the first part. All this is pulled directly from their website. So, progression and prestige addressed an issue that was causing the congratulations, you've mastered prestige. That message would come up every time that you hit a new level in the prestige master ranking. But once I reset my Xbox in the game, that message kind of cleared off. Addressed an issue that would occasionally occur after a quick resuming Black Ops 6 that would incorrectly display all others players level as 1 with default customization. Okay, look at this right here, because this is full-on gameplay after Season 2, after I reset the Xbox and reset the game, and this is still a thing. So, patch notes need to be patched. And moving right along, none of the rest of this is very important, just kind of addresses some UI and menu options. One of the things that's kind of cool is now you have the Prestige menu where you can tab left or right with your bumpers, L1, R1, PlayStation, LB, RB for Xbox. And then you have the menu icon now displays properly. Nothing serious on this one. So moving along to the next part. Warzone seems to be a hot button topic for Call of Duty this season. So we'll take a look at this one. All right, so for maps, we got the stand, we got some buy stations, the gulag, and adjustment to the train. And then 99, just the addition of some buy stations, it looks like. So moving along. And one of the things that's going to make some of those campers a little pissed off is buy stations will now close at the beginning of the final circle, and deployable boxes, ammo, and plates will no longer be droppable in the final circle or in the gas. Excuse me, not the final circle. Probably still drop them there, but in the gas. You're not going to be able to drop them in the gas. So you spawn campers and box campers. This is the end of your days. And then we've got some adjustments to experience and a score event with a splat. Not much really to talk about on this one. Under combat, the body shield victims are no longer automatically released in midair. The outline of the victim is previously visible through walls. They took that away. That's a good thing. And then players can no longer release a victim without executing them first. That stops a lot of the griefing that was going on. People getting released and then grabbed again and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's going to stop. And on movement, jumping increased both speed and successive jump heights. It's going to make head glitching a little bit more prevalent, especially in grind. I thought it was going to get released early, but apparently not. And then the parachute, you're going to be able to deploy your chute and cut your cord faster, making getting to the ground a little bit easier, especially on those smaller maps. And that quality of life highlights. Everybody was looking forward to the advanced UAV now displaying the elevation of the target, not just the direction. So we got Warzone Barracks as a button layout to kind of mimic what multiplayer and zombies have going on. Ammo caches, kind of a change there. Pinging buyback flares, okay, that's kind of cool. Match stat tracker, that's kind of cool because now you can actually see better details on your matches. And then detailed weapon stats, you can actually see the detailed weapon stats that you can find for all of your weapons. I believe they're going to go ahead and add Warfare 2 and Warfare 3's guns to that stats as well. And then the final topic was the fade distance layout was decreased to 300 meters. And on the social side, they added a favorites only filter to the friends list. Player mic indicators now appear red when you're in game chat, which I strongly suggest you never do, simply because they will ban you for any little things that you say. Sort by progression and sort by rank now display applicable level or rank icons. Dark Ops calling cards that you haven't unlocked will no longer show up as classified for somebody who has unlocked them. Not really a big deal there, but yeah. Now we're going to move right along and get into the more popular topics that everybody really wants to discuss. Audio, bugs, weapons, so on and so forth. So kicking it off with audio. Third-party reverb, reducing reverb effects to improve directionality of movement audio produced by other players' footsteps. Parachute, adjusted parachute audio being louder than intended at further distances. And self-revive, you'll now be able to hear the enemy self-revive sound. Weapons, so here we go. Reload speeds are pretty much increased for every weapon out there, with the exception of the flip mag. So if I'm reading that right, it says reload speeds for flip and fast mag attachments have been increased by an additional 5%. So that means that they're faster or slower. Because if you increase speed, you're going faster. But the way they're wording it almost sounds like they slowed it down. but it looks like they adjusted it for pretty much all the other weapons. I think they're also adding Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 stats to the BO6 loadout screen, so you actually see it in BO6 stats. Bullet penetration, adjusted bullet penetration across most materials, so it'll be a little harder to get bullet penetration. Weapon swap, increase the weapon swap speed. Sprint to fire speed's been in, there's no penalty for jumping. It's went from 35 to 10%, pretty much no penalty at this point. Aim down sight, reduced aim down sight speed, jump speed penalty by 25%. So that means they increased that jump speed, and now they've increased the ADS when you're jumping. So those people that get the head glitch, they'll get to jump, shoot, and drop back down, pretty much helping everybody out with the marksman rifle and the sniper rifle. So we'll see how that plays out, because it looks like it's going to be toxic. Getting into the bug fixes. I'm only going to highlight a few. You can pause it here, or you can go to the link in the description and go directly to the website and read them yourself. Fix an issue where ghost perk would persist from pre-match lobby into the match. Yeah, that's a big one. Fix an issue where players were not always able to go prone while reviving teammates. That's another big one. Fix an issue where bounty contract displayed as delayed in the UI. Fix an issue causing players to spectate an enemy who did not eliminate them. Yeah, that's really big. And moving on to the second page, once again, you can pause it here or use the link down below to go ahead and go to the website and read these. This one doesn't seem like it has a whole lot in it, other than one of the glitches where people were launching themselves off of ladders using a stem shot. So they went ahead and fixed that patch. And we'll go ahead and move right along onto the third page here. And it doesn't look like we're going to have a lot to talk about on this one either. So Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 loadout weapons to disappear when dropped. They prevented that again, so they fixed it. And then the Squid Game's finishing moves did not consistently execute the enemy. They went ahead and patched that. So it doesn't look like there's very much on this page either as far as like what everybody wants to really see or hear about. Like I said, you can read through these and kind of figure out what topic fits you the best, because there's a lot in here. There's like 6 pages of this. So moving along and finishing up with the bugs page. So not really a whole lot to talk about on this last one. About 5 or 6 of them that are really good and you really want to pay attention to. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the ranked play and cross play. So ranked play has probably been the most talked about mode since Black Ops 6 came out, especially being broken. So looking in here, reading the notes, they do SR adjustments aimed to streamline progression and help players quickly align with skill-appropriate divisions. Another thing is the tracker perk, which now outlines enemies in the line of sight, not necessarily all the way around you. So that's been removed from the list of restrictions. They can allow it now. And there's a full list of what they're doing. So I'll go ahead and give you what I found on the website that is more pertinent. So like I mentioned before in the restrictions, the tracker perk has been removed from the list of restrictions. In ranked play, the tracker perk will no longer ping live players. Instead, it applies to outline enemies that are in your line of sight. So if you have to look around to find them, and that'll work out better. And cross-play. So this is a big topic. Everybody in the community wanted this, specifically the console players. They wanted to get rid of cross-play. So now, PlayStation and Xbox can eliminate cross-play, but it could impact the amount of time you're going to spend waiting for a lobby to queue up. Specifically on Xbox, there's not a whole lot of Xbox players in Ranked or in Call of Duty. Lots of PC, lots of PlayStation. So you Xbox guys like myself probably have to wait a little bit of time. You're going to probably run into the same people left and right, but at least you'll be able to eliminate the PC players and the cheaters from it, which kind of tells me that they're not really addressing the cheaters so much as they're addressing the crossplay. Speaking of which, I have personally run into about 3 or 4 cheaters since Season 2 launched, so I don't think Ricochet is doing what it said it was going to do. I don't think those drivers actually got installed. I don't think they upgraded anything, and we'll see here in about 2 weeks when they post another note saying, hey, it wasn't as intended, we're still working on it, or something along that effect. Mark my words, they'll do it. I forgot to add the camos. Sorry about that, camo grinders. Anyway, players can now equip any special camos that they've unlocked with only 5 military camos. Previously, you needed 9. Challenge progression bars now appear in special camos, and currently equipped camos can now be highlighted by default in the gunsmith, if it's applicable. So that'll cover the camos. So since Season 2 dropped, I've been playing a little bit more frequently, trying to get accustomed to the new maps. So we got Bounty, Dealership, Lifeline, and Bullet have dropped. Grind, the remaster, is probably going to come out in Season 2 Reloaded, so that's a big wait. Everybody wants to see that map come back. Unlike Nuketown, I hate that damn map. I wish they'd just get rid of it. Not a big fan of Babylon either. too small, too campy. They just spawn trap. There's no fun in that for me. Even though I can do the spawn trapping and I can get spawn trapped, just not fun. You know, people want to do it to go camel grinding and whatever. Fine, whatever. The strike maps only got 2 additions. Multiplayer only got 2 additions. I thought multiplayer was the bread and butter of this game, so I figured they'd have 3 or 4 maps for multiplayer, but it didn't happen. So we're stuck with the 2 until mid-season when we get grind. And speaking of things that were supposed to launch with Season 2, Gun Game. That definitely didn't come out, so we're missing that one. We're still waiting for that to get dropped. And apparently there was supposed to be a new map for Warzone. That didn't get dropped. Maybe it's a remaster. I don't know. So we'll have to sit here and wait and figure it out. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it free from here. Season 2 had some great updates. Definitely has some expectations they didn't live up to. Hopefully everything changes and we get the patches that we really deserve at this point in time. Hey, go ahead and leave a like, share. Definitely leave a comment down below what you think of Season 2 so far. Hopefully everything changes. This is the Infidel. Rounds complete. End of mission. And I'm out.